Okay, hi everyone, I'm Glenn. As you know, me and my wife decided to go around Australia. Now, this is not something you do on a spur at the moment. You think about this, but maybe some people a lot of years before they actually get ahead and do it. And now it's taken many months to prepare for this. We've been here, we've been living with my daughter for close on 2 months, coming on 3 months. Getting prepared, doing stuff to the car, getting the car ready, getting the caravan ready. And today I thought I'd show you what we've done to prepare for this trip. And hopefully I've prepared enough. Okay, so the first thing we'll start off with is the car. We've done a lot to this car to get it prepared for the trip. Maybe I need to be that side, there we go. We've done a lot to this car to get prepared for this trip. One of the first things you've got to work on is the mechanics. You've got to make sure it's all good. So what we've done here, I'll show you a photo of this later. I've got a photo of it. We've replaced the intercooler. And what we've put in is a, don't know if you can see it in there, but there's a front mount intercooler, Safari intercooler. The one that we had there wasn't very good. It was didn't work. It was a water to air intercooler. The pump never worked. It didn't circulate the water properly and just wasn't working very good. You got to go on a long trip carrying a lot of weight and a caravan. You want things to be spot on. You don't want to have any trouble down the road, you know, so fix things while we can. We've got dual batteries. One of the important things when you go on out bush in the Australian outback is you want to have enough power, food, supplies, that sort of thing. So we've got dual batteries. I've had to upgrade one of the batteries because the old one wasn't very good. So we've got a much better battery here. I keep it on charge at the moment because well, we've got a fridge in the back. I'll show you that in a minute, and that fridge needs to be kept powered while the car's not running. The fridge will last probably about 3 days. So while we're here and we got power, I keep the battery charged just to keep it going. Okay. One of the other things I did, the car was looking pretty crappy, so we decided to give it a paint job. It wasn't necessary, but it looked good. So what we've done, we've painted it in Raptor. It's got a thing called Raptor liner. It's basically a tub liner for utes, but it looks pretty good actually. I think it looks pretty good. Some people don't like it. If you look closely, it's pot marked, but feels like plastic. Is very strong. Shouldn't have any problems with scratching or anything like that if we go bush. Another thing we did was tyres. We put all new tyres on the car. We also put the same tyres and rims on the caravan as well, because I've got well, as you can see, if we come around here, I've got 2 spare tyres as well. So you've got 2 spare tyres here on the caravan, you've got 2 more tyres, plus you've got a spare on the caravan, so you've virtually got 3 spare tyres. You can never have enough spare tyres in the outback. So, you know, if we go through this 3 spare tyres, we've got the 2 on the caravan that we can use as well if we have to. I went for the Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack. They're a bit more expensive. They're not a full mud terrain tyre, but as you can see, they're quite knobbly, and you get good mileage out of them apparently. Some people swear by them, some people like the Bridgestones. I've never had these tyres before. They're quite quiet, so they're good on the road. Let's see what they're like off the beaten track as well. Okay, one thing we've done, we've got a boat up there. It's not a surfboard, that's a boat. We've got supplies, we've got jerry cans for when we go out bush. One of the important things when you're going out bush is power, as I've mentioned. So we've got a generator up there as well that we can power everything if we need to. Again, there's another view of that paint job. I think it looks pretty good. Some people don't like it, but that's their opinion. We've got a toolbox up there with plenty of spares. You need as many spares as you can carry out in the bush. So we've got fan belts, we've got enough to do an oil change, we've got fluids that can be replaced, that sort of stuff. We've also got, you can't really see it, but it's a porta potty because you've got to be self-sufficient out in the bush. So we are going to carry our own toilet. Alright, inside the cab we've got, I don't know if you can see that, we've got a HF radio. We bought this for $500, it's only an old Barrett 550. If you're going out in the Australian outback, you need a HF radio just in case you need to contact the Royal Flying Doctor Service, or if you break down you need help, it's always handy. You know, mightn't always get you out of trouble, but it might just get you out of trouble. So better to have it than not have it. We bought this for $500. The guy that bought it or sold it to us didn't actually tell us that it was broken. Cost us another $100 and something. But you know, if I didn't find that out, we wouldn't have known. We would have been out in the bush, middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden we haven't got a radio that works. It would be nice when people sell you things that they tell you they're broken. Then you can make an informed decision. Okay, we've got a Hema HN7 for maps out in the bush. Pretty much that's about it. There's really not much in the front that I'll talk about. Sheepskins just for a bit of comfort. Of course, we've got the spot for the dog. You've always got to have the spot for the dog. We've got satellite TV there. Not sure we're really going to need that, but we're going to check it out. We got solar panels because, as I keep saying, you can never have enough power out in the bush. We've got sun protection in there to help with the fridge, to keep the fridge cool. So hopefully they're keep the sun off the fridge. The fridge may last a little longer. Also got max tracks, a high lift jack. We've got a Bush Rangers rubbish bin because, well, you don't want to leave your own rubbish out there. That's you know, you take it out there, you bring it back if you can. All right. Now in the back we've got the fridge, not too hard to get to, just take the ladder off, that can open it up. I want to try and keep that nice and easy because if you need a drink, you know, you don't want to be digging through everything, pull everything out to get to the fridge. So basically what we have to do is just pull this out. Hang on a sec, it's very hard to do one hand. You just pull it out, and if you want, you can lean it there and it becomes a step up to here. Then you just flip that open, and there you go. Oh, look at that. We'll take one of them. And you just close it all back up. Nicely protected. So, we've got the rest of the boat up there in the back. The boat, although it's easy to get to, not too bad. It's one of those things you'll only use when you get to a river, you want to do some crabbing or something like that. So it's one of those things you won't use every day. You probably use it, you know, once a month, once every couple of months or something like that, depending on where you are. So it doesn't need to be got to straight away. Got some tools back there. We've got a little portable stove. I don't know if you can see it. We've got a little portable stove here, which if we pull up, pull it out, and there we go. We can boil a tilly for a cup of tea or something like that if we need to. Nice and easy. Pull it out, make a cup of tea. You want these things to be easy to get to. Got a table there if we need it, and the tilly lamp. Okay, down in behind here, I've got some more fluids and stuff that we, gearbox fluid and brake fluid and diff oil, stuff like that. You never know if we need it. I've also got spares. I've got rear wheel bearings and seals if they needed, and we can always put them in there. And in this drawer, this is basically just tools, spare parts. You always have fuses and stuff like that. So that's just my spare parts and tools drawer. In the other drawer, we've just got bits and pieces of first aid kit, fishing gear, just bits and pieces, straps to tie things down, a big light, some spare parts. You never have enough spare parts, I reckon. Snake bite kit, spider and snake bite kit. If you're in Australia, you definitely need them. Alright. My daughter is annoying me. She does that. Alright, so what do we got here? This is my tool bag. Everyone takes too much stuff. I think I may be taking a few too many tools. And we can show you what's in here. We've got pliers, we've got masks, we've got safety glasses, we've got wire, we've got drills, gloves, an axe, hammer, countless other tools in there. That thing weighs too much. We've also got our workout gear because we do plan to get fit. I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. And this is the front where Kim sits. There's not much happening in there except my hat. One of the other things we have is a fox wing. I don't know if you've all seen this or not, but this actually pulls out and wraps right around the car, gives you shade. One of the other things we got is tow mirrors because we're towing a caravan. We have to have tow mirrors. Our dog will sit in there forever. Okay, now it comes to the camper van. This is our camper van. This is what we're going to live in for the next few, or at least couple of years, hopefully. So what we've done here is we put the same tyres and rims on that were on the car, because we wanted to have the same tyres all around. If anything goes wrong, then it'll be interchangeable. We have a bike rack. I need to modify that bike. You can get a bar that sits between the handlebars and the seats so that it will fit on that bike rack. I've got to get one of them. I'm going to take 2 bikes to travel around with. Now, as I said before, everyone who goes camping for the first time on a around Australia trip, I think they take too much stuff. I think we're no different. We've got plenty of stuff in there. Now, one of the things we found out with this camper trailer that we've bought, we have an onboard battery, but the thing with this onboard battery is that it only gets charged up when we're connected to mains power. So if we're at a caravan park, we're connected to 240 volt, this battery will get charged. Otherwise, it will not get charged at all. When you're driving and you're connected to the car, it won't get charged. So what we've decided to do, on the back of the car we have an Anderson plug, which charges spare batteries and trailers. We've put on an Anderson plug here and wired it in. Comes in down there through there. Wired it in, connected to the battery, so we can connect it to the car now when we drive. when we drive, this battery will now be charged. And also has the added bonus of, well, that's connected to the car. The 2 spare batteries are connected. Actually, the 3 batteries are all connected in a circuit, so that they'll all draw to run the fridge in the car as well. I got a barbie because in the caravan, it's a small caravan, we don't actually have an oven. Lots of people went for the Weber. We looked at the Weber and we also looked at these. Now, these here are, they're solid, they're made solid. It's the Beefeater Bug. You know, these things are made solid. This thing has been sitting out in the rain for a week. Doesn't even look it, you can't even tell. Looks great, looks like the day we bought it just about. The other good thing about this is we've cooked a roast in this and it cooks brilliantly. One of the things we found about this camper trailer, because it had no fly screen or no fly door, this thing would get full of flies if you were cooking in there. So we've got one of these magnetic fly screens, and we've taped it all up, we've stuck it all down. So we've got one of these magnetic fly screens. We've I don't know if you can see, but we've cut it to size, velcroed it to the walls and everything, and now we don't have a problem with flies. And the other things is, you know, we've got ourselves an air conditioner in here. It's pretty good, really keeps things cool, but in the heat of the day, if it's like over 30 degrees, over 35 degrees, that thing ain't going to do nothing. So this thing is getting hot. So if we're parked in shade, this thing will help with the heat, but apart from that, it's good on hot days where inside the caravan's quite hot. My wife likes to cook, so we brought a Thermomix with us. And there's not really much else to tell. I've got a TV and an Xbox, and these I've put it, I can't show you because it's behind the seat, but I've put in an inverter, and I can show you here. If you look down here, I don't know if you can see it, but right at the back there, right at the back there, that switches the inverter on, plug it in, and you run off battery power. You can run the TV and Xbox all night, no problems at all. One of the other things my wife likes to do, because she likes to cook, obviously you saw the Thermomix, she likes all her herbs and spices. She's a good cook too. So we've put all the herbs and spices there, nice and easy to get to, and they're all marked. You can see what they all are.